Hello, I just want to make a video about, say, a kind of a reflection about competition organization and the competition that I threw yesterday in Omaha, Nebraska. Let's talk about this shirt right quick. Monroe Middle School Cube Club. This shirt was made years ago before I ever organized a competition, before I ever thought about organizing a competition. Some kids designed it at an after-school technology club and sent it to me, and I went with it and got it all printed up, and it was super cool. But that was kind of the catalyst to cubing at Monroe Middle School getting really popular, and then say that second year after these shirts came out, and I think they also had green and white. We did green and white as well. People started asking me, when's the competition? When are you going to organize a competition? And that school wouldn't allow me to host a WCA competition because it was on a Saturday, and they didn't want to pay the janitors overtime to help out with that competition. So when I started working at Mars Magnet Center, which is a magnet school, they were all for it, and the principal just said yes right away, and the athletic director was completely supportive. So right away, in terms of, say, reflection and all that, my thoughts, I just feel really thankful. First off, the weather was great. People were able to come in. I found out they came in from Chicago, Arkansas, Oklahoma, all over the place to come to this competition, and the weather worked out. People flew in from Arizona, and the weather worked out. So I'm thankful for that. I feel so much gratitude for all the help and support that I've gotten for the competition. I'm looking at some notes right now. The school staff, like the athletic director, got me the concession stand open. She got all the snacks ordered, and then another teacher got all that stuff from Sam's Club and delivered the nacho cheese, the popcorn, the seeds, the salt, the chips, and the hot dog buns, and soda, and Gatorade, and everything we had at the concession stand. And people appreciated that. The popcorn smelled really good. I was too busy to get anything from the concession stand. Pizza was delivered. She got the pizza all scheduled to be delivered. It was on time. It was hot. I didn't get to eat it because anyway, the custodians, they were so helpful. They helped set up the whole thing. I was so excited. I was pulling out chairs for the competitor waiting area while one of the custodians was on break on Friday, because I was so excited to set up for the competition, and we got it all organized. And the cool thing was we used the bleachers as the spectator area going upwards, and then had a bunch of tables out there, like 15 tables, and then had the actual solving area roped off, and super cool. Just everything was there that was needed. The competition staff, oh my gosh, they came from Minnesota. Walker and Chris, thank you. Iowa, Fook, Zach, who am I missing from Iowa? Kansas, Sarah, thank you. Oh my goodness, Garrett as well. And Omaha, shout out to Drake and my own Cube Club kids at Mars, because they were wearing their club shirts, and they sat down and helped judge and did whatever they could as well, and that was really awesome. Oddly enough, before I left the house, you feel all frantic, so I did a last-minute coat change, and my cell phone was in my coat pocket. So guess where my cell phone was all day? At home. Yes, my cell phone was at home. You organize a competition, and then you leave your own cell phone at home. So that happened. Luckily, KETV, the news showed up, so they interviewed me, and they, took some footage of the competition and all that. Chris Olsen was the photographer for this competition and thank you so much, because MoU sent out 24 cubes, Yu Yings, Weisus, Ouchwangs, like old stuff, like cool, like good old stuff. And they sent 24 cubes for free. They sent cube covers. They sent posters, which was awesome, because I had a bunch of Sharpies, and I needed the posters taken down, right? So I had the competitors. Here's my dog. Where is he? So I had the competitors take the posters off the wall, and then it's like, all right, Chris, sit down. Here are the markers. Everybody can get their stuff signed up, And so then they got the take-home souvenirs. Thank you, Coastal Cubing. Your parents sat at the t-shirt table. I kept the t-shirt table inside of the competition, so they were able to watch you compete, you know, and watch the competition, and basically right there, and also sell the t-shirts. Much appreciated. And they, you know, just thank you. Let's see, is there anything I'm missing? Probably. No. Yes, I am. Cube Depot USA. Thank you, Eric Zhao. Like, you know, he was trying to come out to the competition, but I was like, I really like the support you gave me at St. Mary's Scramble, where I was able to have, say, you know, the multiple sponsors, because I had that corporate sponsor that gave a bunch of money and all that. And then he just provided the gift card code. So this time the same thing happened again, because I had Moyu, I had, you know, I had a cube vendor, you know, Jedrick, Ramon, thank you. He sold out. I mean, he had all the new stuff. I got my little Ivy Cube. I got my little 4x4, whatever that new Chi 4x4 is. I got one of those. So, you know, he set my stuff aside so I could have that, and you know, so, and he sold out. And he also, and thank you for providing prizes for winners as well. So throughout the day, I was raffling off all those old Moyu cubes. You know, we had the cube vendor, Cube Depot USA, provided their support. And Walker Welch, you cleaned up. So Cube Depot, Walker Welch is going to be ordering a bunch of stuff from you, because he's got a ton of money to spend. Also, super cool, like, you know, Caitlin Hinckley won Mega Minx, and so the winner of Killaminx got a Master Killaminx, which was Walker Welch. So he chose the white one. He wanted the white plastic. So I gave the black plastic Master Killaminx to the winner of Mega Minx. So that was pretty cool. You know, $40 value. I got those for super cheap, because C4S was closing down. Look at Walt. He's just looking at me. Oh, he can't see him. Anyway, what else? Let's see. Oh, why I love it. Am I to that point yet? Yeah. Why I love competition organizing. I really love competition organizing. It's almost, I like communicating with everybody, setting everything up, getting everybody really excited about the event that's coming up. And because there were so many new competitors. There were like probably close to 60 first-time competitors. And we also had those, thank you, the Cubicle, we had those, we had a magnetic Valk for the fastest first-time competitor. And so that was really cool. And with the full fitted stickers on that, that was really beautiful. And so that was really cool. So getting people their start into competitive cubing, their first competitions. Also, people came that hadn't competed in years. So thank you for signing up, and that was really awesome and fun, because it was so funny, because the guy came in and he was doing his cube, and I'm like, that cube looks like like, can you imagine how old the cube was? It was probably like an early Moyu, super, like, well before any of the old cubes I was giving away. Like, that's how old it was. It was older than the old cubes I was giving away. So I'm so glad that I'm like, and people are coming in after not competing for a long time, and podiuming, and, you know, getting on the podium and everything. So my next competition, and I know you're probably wondering what my next competition is. My next competition is going to be probably, say, specifically Omaha. I know I'm helping, you know, collaborating with others to organize other competitions, you know, in the country, but particularly in Omaha. The next one, if I was going to have one, would probably be that first week in August. A perfect date for it would be, say, August 5th, but let's not put that in cement. You know, that's a long time from now. But I'd like to do it after the summer, you know, after nothing in June, nothing in July, because, you know, there's a whole lot going on there. If you're in the Cuban community, you know. And so August, I'm helping organize a competition in Iowa, which is basically like layered cubes, because this competition was a lot of side events, even though it's a lot of people's main events. You know, there were no layered puzzles, no 4, no 5, no 6, no 7, none of that, no OH, no blind, none of that. It was all clocks, cube, squan. This dog is on my side now. Squan, whatever. And so the lessons I learned from organizing this competition was just kind of the whole getting into the mind of the people that I'm serving, because there were so many new people, and so they were so nervous and they were so freaking out. So they were just asking me, of all people, whatever was on their mind. And it's like, I'm too busy to answer all of your questions. Like, I heard my name coming from all directions, and all the staff were wearing the same color. They could have asked anybody around, you know, but I got more questions than I wanted. So I guess the lessons learned would be figuring out how to calm the waves in my mind when I'm thinking about all the things going on at the competition, you know, keeping an eye on everything. How are these sales doing? How's the concession stand doing? How are are there people running? Are there enough judges? Who's scrambling this puzzle? Who can actually properly run and set down the clocks on the mats without knocking them over? You know, all those little things on top of all these questions. People, oh, have you called this heat yet, or that heat yet? You know, that was frustrating. So learning from that. Also, t-shirt colors. I noticed that I should always, and note for all organizers for t-shirts, always have bright ass colors. Always have bright colors. Bright red, bright orange, neon yellow, neon green, lime green, sky blue, bright purple. You know, bright. Stick with bright. And you will get and everybody will want a shirt if they are all bright. For future, I think I'm just going to order 40 shirts, different super bright colors, because the designs are always awesome on these shirts, and then just raffle them off. I prefer to raffle stuff off like that. I just love raffling off, giving stuff away at competitions. And I think that's it. Who is texting me? Oh, you can eat pancakes at IHOP. You know you're a little pig. What? That's from my dad. My dad, who jokes about, oh, Kristen was so slow at cubing that they kicked her out of the competition. That's how my dad jokes with me. But I did get a 16-second 3x3 single comp PB using the bulk M, you know, and because that's the thing, I was so busy organizing before the day of the competition, I didn't get to practice that much. You know, it's like you put in your averages of 100 over Christmas break as best you can, you know, as best you can, and then you start getting busy again. So I showed up. Luckily, I beat my clock PB average and single, so that was awesome. I got my Scube single. Oh, Pyraminx. I think I might just give up on Pyraminx entirely. Pyraminx is becoming a hot mess for me, and that X-Man bell at this competition this time gave me multiple +2s, and that really pissed me off. So I think I might try some other events that I've never tried before, and I think and practice some other things. If I'm missing something, feel free to leave that in the comments below. Don't leave it in the comments below. And maybe, I mean, if you're interested in finding out more information on organizing competitions, I could make a video about that in the future. I'm not really sure, but it seems like people organize competitions and they don't talk about it. And they should, because you can organize a competition and you can organize a competition, but it all depends on, you know, how motivated you are, how much work you're willing to put in. You know, are you willing to reach out to all these people? You know, I reached out to the news outlet. I reached out to MoU. You know, I reached out. So if you're willing to reach out and stay organized and on top of your stuff, then do it. And also, you know, to get a free venue. My first venue was not free, and that's expensive. So always get a free venue and work really hard. And, you know, I'd say show what you got right away. You know, like here's what I can do. Here's what I'm willing to do. You know, I'm smart. I'm capable. I'm not pathetic. You know, that's the sort of people that they're looking for. Oh yeah, and thank you, Walker Welch. Like he gave me a grade of a 9 out of 10, so that's an A. Yes, and he also recommended me for staff on nationals. So I'll have to definitely put that into consideration. And I think that's it. Have a great day.